Hello there, my name's Ben Baker.
And mine is John Matthews.
And we both have a joint interest. But that's not for this. This is a private conversation. Not for now.
Don't tell them that.
No.
Only 3 seconds into this.
No, that's fair. I mean, we do a podcast about the American sitcom Alf, which you can find as ALFsplaining. But this is not that.
No.
This is one of our other obsessions, which we've been meaning to do something about for a long while. And that is, John?
Well, it's pantomimes. But more specifically, pantomime posters.
Yes.
Because quite frankly, I have no truck with pantos, but I love a good panto poster.
Yeah, I agreed. I've only been to one proper panto, like an actual starring role one, and it had Jim Davidson in it.
Right.
It was him doing Cinderella, and it was clear then, because he was doing that with Charlie Drake, and it was clear then he went, I'll write a dirty one and I'll put it on video, and it'll be too blue for TV. And that is exactly what happened. So, yeah, not the greatest memories attached to my panto going experiences.
It was the young Ben Baker chuckling away at his jokes that inspired him to start his career as a lewd pantomime expert, really, was it?
A racist.
A racist. You drove Jim Davidson to racism.
You know what? If we were ever going to pivot, a minute into our new venture, pivot into racism, I might not. I might just leave it. I might just. I want to be the nice guy of this podcast. You can be the panto villain. You can be nasty Nick Holtman.
I saw several pantos in my childhood, which was the early 80s. Before those pre-entertainment days, we found fun where we could. The one I remember mainly is Robinson Crusoe in outer space at the Guildhall in Preston.
Sorry. You're saying that like, oh yeah, the old traditional favourite, Robinson Crusoe in space.
The old traditional favourite, Robinson Crusoe in outer space, starring Jimmy Cricket as the titular spaceman.
Well, yeah, no, naturally, I was thinking space. Cricket,
yeah,
that whole connection.
He essentially, he played space basically. He played the universe. That was Jimmy Cricket's role in this pod.
Was it just him like running about the stage trying to fill as much room as possible, going, "Hey, come here, I'm some space."
No, it's his huge face projected around. It was sort of his benevolent features looking down on all the audience as a kind of a godhead figure.
You know what? If someone had to be the face of space.
Face of space.
I could think of no nicer man to do it than Cricket.
It would keep up. Anyway, the point is, Robinson Crusoe in outer space, I remember nothing about it other than we got a pen which said Robinson Crusoe in outer space in that futuristic font along the side, but its cross-section was triangular, so that every time you tried to write something with it, it gave you a terrible hand cramp.
It seems sort of... I don't know, I'm not sure that's the best advertisement for a pen. It's literally unusable.
It's not the best anecdote about a panto either. So hopefully the podcast will get better as we go on.
I refuse, and I will not be drawn at this time to providing entertainment. And speaking of not providing entertainment, no, that's not a fair intro.
No, this is good. Speaking of being drawn,
it's painted to begin with. That's not a traditional thing I remember from panto posters.
No, it's not. It's not a very good picture. It's like, if you said a local 14-year-old schoolgirl had done that as a competition winner, you wouldn't be surprised.
No, I assume. I say this is the Tameside Theatre, Ashton-under-Lyne. Have you ever been to Ashton-under-Lyne?
I can't remember.
Good. That's.
Have you ever been to Ashton-under-Lyne?
I definitely have not. So at least, one of us knows our position on if we have visited Ashton-under-Lyne.
It's a reasonable chance I've driven through it.
Swearing, doing fingers up out of the window and everything as you passed. Because you're a terrible man.
A terrible man.
I've established I'm the nice one. You're the...
Yeah, I'm the nasty one. Yeah.
I'm a banana. So, I'm looking at this, and Chris Quinten is your top of the... You always have a top star on this, and they've put in brackets Coronation Street's Brian Tilsley, and that's important because apparently this was the 1990 to 91 just over the Christmas into New Year period. He did this, which is after He was killed off
Yes. Now
in Corrie.
I remember it must have been before '89. I drifted into watching Coronation Street in about '89, and I don't think he was in it then. So yeah, he must be a good year or so out of the street, as it were.
Yeah, because it was an interesting one. Well, I say interesting. It was a thing. Because recently, I've been a sad man. I was just watching some weird old videos on YouTube, and I found this New Zealand telethon, because I was looking for footage of the British telethon with Michael Aspel, and instead I found this New Zealand one where they'd got a load of people in to try and make money for the station. Yeah. And
that's what they do.
There were lots of British stars in it, so there were a few people from EastEnders on it. And Sue Pollard was there as Peggy in character, yeah. And Chris Quinten was there because they show Coronation Street.
Quinten.
Quinten. So I hate it. It should be Quinten, but it's Quinten.
Yeah.
It's not anyway. His name's Christopher Bell, because I looked it up and it really annoyed me. It's like, oh, is that how it's spelled? No, it's just he can't spell. I'm assuming.
Is Quinten actually a real surname? It's not. Oh no, it's not his surname. But is there a real surname, Quinten, then, or has he just invented it himself?
I assume there are Quintens out there because law of averages, but in particular.
Quinten is a hamlet situated on the north shore of the Wallensee in Switzerland.
That's good. It's good to know. Apparently, his final episode was the 15th of February 1989, when he was stabbed to death by a gang of teenagers outside a nightclub. And that's because he was going to the Americas. Because on that New Zealand telethon, he was on there with Lisa Gibbons, who was the presenter of Entertainment Tonight, this kind of American sort of celebrity gossip show.
Talking of people spelling the names wrong, though, how do you spell Lisa?
Leeza. Well, I'm watching this thing going, oh, they're flirting a bit, and then I looked up, oh, apparently they got married after this. So they met on this telethon, and he was a proper sleaze. He was properly like, look at me. He was like the thing where you try to show off to a lass, like, hey, look at me, I've got big muscles, me, and I can do best kissing down the park and that. And he was doing dancing, and it was grim. But yeah, they met on this telethon in 1988, and it's bizarre to see him.
Well, that is amazing.
Because he went to America with her, and he was going to relaunch his career as I'm going to do this. And as far as I can tell, the only thing he really did was be in Robocop 2. Yeah.
What role? What role was he?
He was reporter. Because Lisa Gibbons is in it as well.
Right.
Incidentally, I've just found out she's in it as well, so that's probably why.
Well, Robocop 2 came out in 1990, and so he's obviously come back from Hollywood to do this panto. So technically his poster should say Chris Quinten, Coronation Street's Brian Tilsley, and Robocop 2.
Yeah. I'd be more impressed. You get the kids in more on that, because again, it's like, I wasn't supposed to have been seeing these things, but we all did, didn't we? We all saw that sort of thing underage.
Yeah.
When we were part of the Noreen Dickinson juveniles. So he must have. If this is 90, he must have come back to do this, or it's just before he left, or something. I don't know, but there'd have been good money in it. There's always good money apparently in doing a panto, and this is his chance to shine, I guess.
It's an interesting thing about this, because I was looking up this poster to try and work out when it was from, and I found the one from the following year, also Cinderella, but starring Spike Milligan and the unusually named Peter Vroom from Home and Away. But they've used the exact same background on the poster.
Right.
Cinderella, same picture, so same fonts and everything. So they obviously saved a bit of money that way to pay Chris Quinten's exorbitant fee.
I have always wondered, if there's like one person who just makes all of these posters, or certainly the big ones anyway, because they all have a theme, don't they? And they all reuse the assets year on year, which I think is another reason why I'm fascinated by them, But it's Chris Quinten. Apparently he was in Halifax 2 years after that. So you spend a lot of time in Halifax. Imagine just wandering round.
Imagine having just seen Chris Quinten. I'd have stabbed him. outside a nightclub.
Well, you are a youth, so it would be it would go without saying.
Juvenile, get it right, juvenile.
Juvenile. So you are juvenile youth. That's correct. That's correct. If that doesn't place this already in time, Chris Quinten being able to, above the title headline.
Yeah.
That's impressive. So as next name, it's still quite big text. I would say Oh, what's the point? What do you reckon the point is? That it's not much smaller than the Chris Quinten. It might be the same size. I think it might just be like too small.
I tell you, if you stand back from this poster, the black ink of Jess Conrad, for it is he, does stand out a lot more than Chris Quinten. Who's the name that you can see?
It does. Yeah, that's it. Because Chris Quinten doesn't have any. If it had like a outlining to pop,
it would be much clearer.
Yeah.
But it's sort of, yeah.
Yeah. And Jess Conrad, apparently, he's been represented here by a photo from, I would say, at least 30 years prior. Because I refuse to believe that's what Jess Conrad looked like in 1990, considering he was born in, hold on, let me have a look, 1936.
Oh, my word.
So that makes him
Well,
54. 53, 54.
My instinct leads me to believe that Jess Conrad is the sort of man who would dye his hair well into his later years. So maybe he does still look like that, but who knows? Is he still alive?
He is still alive, 89 at the time of recording.
Good, we can make fun of him.
Well, he's a very odd career. The only things I really know about him is that he was kind of like a bit of a pop star for a bit, and he had a song called "This Pullover," which I think it was one of those Kenny Everett did that World's Worst Records thing. I think that it was quite.
I think you're right.
I think it was quite high on that list. But yeah, that's the only thing I really know. But he had a few hits, didn't he? Like proper actual chart hits.
Yeah, and he had it went into be an acting career. So he's a big personality in the 60s, and that obviously led him into that sort of safe sort of 70s and 80s where he was just a showbiz personality. Thing is, I remembered recently happening across one of his songs on Spotify, billed as by Jess Conrad OBE and the Jess Conrad OBE band. if you're looking for it, it's not under Jess Conrad. It's under Jess Conrad OBE.
Is it OBE? Does he need us to know that? Is it important?
It was a song called "Sexy Black Stockings."
Put your black stockings on. It really turns me on. Put your black stockings on. This is your hot playing song. Put your black stockings on.
And if you go on Spotify and look for Jess Conrad OBE's album By Royal Appointment, you will see the cover of this album has him meeting firstly Princess Diana.
What is that?
Bowing for the Queen, and then shaking hands with Princess Anne. All sort of illustrated
God. I mean, I'm not saying it's been done at home in paint, but
it's been done at home in paint, hasn't it?
That is. I mean, he's even got like it's such low bit rate.
Yeah, and then, but the frames of the assorted images of him meeting the royals don't even line up. The different sizes and scales.
Oh God, yeah, I didn't even notice that. Yeah, that's upsetting.
It's got the look of a CD he's pressed himself just to sort of give to his family at Christmas.
Oh yeah, certainly not something you expect to find on Spotify, which is what I'm currently on.
However, yeah, on Spotify, this album from the 24th of May 2021, released on Showbiz Records. It's a collection of Jess's later songs, I believe. James Dean, rock and roll song, "Sexy Black Stockings." We've got songs called we've got "Jesus the Messiah," a song for Easter prayer. Yeah. John Wayne, "American," the White House song. We've got another version of "Sexy Black Stockings" next, the cool and raunchy mix of "Sexy Black Stockings." And then we've got the Showbiz Soccer song by Jess Conrad, OBE, and the Showbiz 11 soccer team.
Every week you'll find us raising money far and wide. England, Scotland, Ireland, Wales, all around the countryside.
Showbiz Soccer is entertainment for all the family. You'll see famous names and faces from radio and TV.
Hey!
Now, the Showbiz 11 songs, I'm assuming if I click that, they don't have their own, zero monthly listeners.
There is no clear indication, and I've looked for who those 11 were.
Jess Conrad. Was it Showbiz 11? Because there's another soccer superstar song on this, I noticed, so... I've found a page. The Showbiz 11... starting a coffee bar in Soho by disc jockey and song plugger Jimmy Hennett and Cliff Richard's manager Franklin Boyd. Early lineups included Sean Connery, Tommy Steele, Jimmy Tarbuck, Tony Newley, Lonnie Donegan, Des O'Connor and Patrick McGowan, who was a rugged centre-half. Is this the same one?
No way.
Is the same one? Oh, no, there we go.
I can only assume that none of these people were still in the Showbiz 11 soccer team when Jess called them up to record the Showbiz soccer song.
Well, apparently one of the pioneers, it was a... a good-looking young rock star come male model, Jess Conrad. And he had no athletic ability whatsoever, but he had a dream. I went in goal because when I was younger, a Russian goalkeeper, Lev Yashin, caught my imagination. Yeah, it's like a big article from When Saturday Comes.
Okay.
And today he's the president of Showbiz XI. This is in 2008.
Right.
And raising funds alongside Peter Purvis, Ewan Thomas, John Altman, Nick Cotton from EastEnders.
That's more our level.
Oh, hang on. Is this the Showbiz Soccer Song LP? It is on WMFMU's Beware of the Blog. There is an album of this, released in 1989, by the look of it.
Okay.
There were 2 Showbiz 11 albums issued in 89 and 90, with some songs appearing on both. They've been compiled here. Steve Bent's helium-enhanced country and western cowboy song.
Right.
There is a track done by Lee McDonald, TV Zammo.
My word.
Tony Selby, he's in there. And that's about it. But indeed, this album does have on it
Oh, here we go.
Jesus the Messiah, John Wayne American, and only black stockings, not sexy black stockings, just black stockings. So cleaned up
Yeah.
for the. So if you've got a copy of Showbiz 11, you're doing a fan thing. Also, I've just noticed that the sexy black stockings are roused mix.
Well, that's the next track. Bearing in mind, listener, that this is on an album.
Does he know this? Does he know these things are out there?
This is on an album which has Princess Di, the Queen, and Princess Anne on the front cover. Features a song called Sexy Black Stockings, a roused mix.
I think we should move on.
I think we should.
Very swiftly, but
it's all rather curious, quite frankly.
it is. But again, he would be the sort of person I would expect to be second billing in a pantomime in around the turn of the 90s. Manchester's own Foo Lamar, which I did have to check because I've heard of Foo Lamar, a famous British drag queen.
Right.
And they owned, which club was it now? I can't remember. They owned a quite famous club, Fufu's Palace, I think it was called.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was it. And yeah, there was just like one of those names I'd heard about, and I always used to think it was spelt wrong.
Yeah. Oh.
Because it's after Hedley Lamar, and it is spelt wrong technically because it's 2 M's, 1 R.
Well, it says on Wikipedia, surname also spelt as Lamar with 2 R's, or Lamar 1 M 1 R. So.
Right. Okay. So it was a bit of everything.
As with Christopher Quinten. Fufu Lamar is another one with a surname that just causes problems.
It does, but I suspect good for SEO, even though they did die in 2003.
Oh, I'm sorry to hear that.
So that might not have been as helpful on that. But again, a proper big name in the drag world of the old school kind of drag.
A good selection of photographs of Fufu Lamar that crop up on Google image search are of him posing in front of his Rolls Royce, which is always the sign of a top celebrity.
Oh, yeah.
If they're sitting in front of their Rolls Royce, I always like that a great deal.
And can I tell you that at their funeral, people attending were included Jeremy Beadle,
Right.
former Greater Manchester Police Deputy Chief Constable John Stalker,
Whoa, not selling awnings then. That's a niche.
and Chris Quinten.
Oh God Almighty! Quinten.
Quintet. Chris Quintet. So there you go.
Oh well, they must have become good pals then after this.
I guess so. Yeah. Well, I mean, Chris was always in the nightclubs, and they own nightclubs, so you know, all makes sense. So yeah, big Manchester name. So I can see why they are high on the list, shall we say, above Piccadilly Radio's Umberto as the Ugly Sisters. I'm assuming they both play the Ugly Sisters. Umberto's not played.
Yeah, I was slightly confused me as I was looking at that. I thought Umberto can't be doing both roles, can he? Piccadilly. I can't even spell Piccadilly, to be honest.
I looked him up. He's dead. He's no longer with us. Umberto Sioncella,
Right.
I think was his. I only read it. It was
Umberto Salmonella.
yeah, that's what he died of.
Ah, right.
If any of his family listen to this, I'm very sorry.
I'm not.
Well, that's fair enough. But yeah, no, he was a long-standing Piccadilly presenter. Apparently did the breakfast show for many years and moved it to Piccadilly Gold in 1998. apparently. So apparently he moved on to Real Radio Yorkshire,
Of course.
where he was nominated for Speech Broadcaster of the Year. So there you go. And we both have diabetes, so that's something.
You could be the new Umberto.
I needed you to say that. If I said it, it would have been disrespectful. He worked with Dave Ward a lot on Piccadilly in the 90s, doing the weekend breakfast show.
I'm just looking at this article, and all the people who are paying tribute to him are far more famous than he was, including friend of the show, Steve Pegg, our favourite broadcaster.
I mean, I must admit, I thought you were going to say Chris Quinten again. I imagine they were, though. Imagine they were pals.
Yeah.
You know,
I think if he made friends with Fufu Lamar, there's no reason he wouldn't have made friends with Umberto.
But again, this is the thing that's like you always got someone from local radio because local radio was a force.
Yeah, that
know,
gets people in. Yes.
I don't know if that happens now. They've basically decimated all of local radio. Whether you still get people who are still sort of potentially well known enough, but I doubt it. Somewhat.
I'm trying to think.
And
It'd be local weather people, wouldn't it?
yeah, they get the people in that can keep mentioning it on the telly or radio or whatever, you can't they? Just, incidentally, I don't know if you know, but, you know, it's good promo, to say the least.
It is.
Yeah. And special guest star.
Now, what does that mean? What does special guest star mean?
Well, I would suggest... See, this is it. They always talk about how billing works in, like, American films and stuff, and you've got your kind of, like, introducing also, you know, like, it's got to be sideways. They've got to have the same space, you know, same font and all that. And I wonder if that's the case here. Like, Collier knows he's not the headline here. He's not the kiddie's favourite anymore. But he's still a name. He still brings him in. I mean, I am concerned that the sound techs might have let him down because a few times I've seen him, he has been struggling with his microphones, and I feel sorry for him. I feel bad.
I saw him once. You know, he was in his car and he was trying to talk to me, and quite frankly, I couldn't tell a word he was saying. It was something was wrong with his electrics, and I don't know what the problem was.
Oh, that's a terrible business. Terrible business. But again, because his name is slightly longer, it looks like it's... Again, it feels like this has been a compromise. It's like, right, Jess Conrad gets the black text, so he gets the bold, standout one. Quinten gets the top, Collier gets the bottom, but it's longer.
Yeah.
And it's, you know, he was still around.
I mean, has he ever had an actual regular TV vehicle? Because I just remember him as being sort of Norman Collier, who turned up on things from time to time.
I mean, I literally, like, as I said, I watch old TV stuff on YouTube, and he turned up on a Summerside special in, like, I'm going to say 88. And it was fine. It was quite funny, you know, don't get me wrong. But that's the sort of thing I associate with, just doing that kind of 5-minute hither and thither sort of thing. Yes.
And likeable fellow, likeable. You know, he always turned up on a panel show or a game show or something and be thoroughly nice and funny.
Yeah.
I don't think I've any. You know, never a bad word said about him.
Do you know he had records out?
Were they anything to do with chickens by any chance?
Yes, they were. Because of course Collier's other acts. That's not fair, but he did two things, and he was famous for two things.
He did two
the faulty
things.
Microphone bit and chicken impressions. So I want you to look up on Discogs now what his
I've got Space Chicken and The Singing Chicken.
So again, very much consistent, shall we say.
Thematic, yeah.
I'm a little chicken, I love to sing. I'm a little chicken, I'm flapping my wings. I'm a little chicken, when I get the chance. I love all that music, 'cause I love to dance.
Apparently, he came to national attention after appearing at the Royal Variety. But he won a BBC sort of talent show called Ace of Clubs. I think that's where he got his first big break. But yeah, again, he just appeared on stuff. He never really, you know, there was never a Norman Collier show.
No, that's what I was alluded to. Because yeah,
he's in series 1 of Russ Abbott's Madhouse. But he was also in the Variety Madhouse, which was Freddie Starr's precursor to it.
Oh.
Where basically Freddie Starr had this variety show, and he behaved so badly, he was such a prick, that they basically dumped him. And his second billing was Russ Abbott. They went, well, he's clearly, naturally very good. So I believe he's on both. And if you can, I'm not sure if it's still out there, but it was on Dailymotion. They had the Freddie Starr Variety Madhouse on Dailymotion.
Yes.
But one of the episodes was actually the studio recording session.
I watched that. Yeah. It was great.
With him kind of doing a This Is Your Life as Hitler. And he's so horrible. He's such a nasty man in it that, you can see why they were quite happy to just get rid. He was also in Jim Davidson's special, which I wrote about in one of my books, where I simply went, no, he isn't.
Jim Davidson, very funny guy, yes. 3.2, that on IMDb, Jim Davidson's special.
Really?
Yeah.
How many votes?
26.
26? Nice.
26 votes.
Nice.
A massive number of one-star reviews. There's only one user review on IMDb.
Right.
The Jim Davidson specials included comedy, music, and sometimes children's entertainers. They were funny, slightly boisterous, and would not be acceptable by today's extremely safe and dull standards. One particular special aired 85-86 featured the cast of Rainbow and Nookie Bear, and the word bloody is mentioned several times.
What?
This would now be a definite no-no, as even our soaps and dramas targeted for adult audiences are not allowed mild swear words anymore.
Willies.
These shows were part of the politically incorrect era, and I would love to collect more episodes. Aired at 8 p.m. and ran for 6 years. Thoroughly entertaining. Very good, Jim.
I mean,
And that is from Cobra 148.
how did it run for 6 years if it's a special?
I've no idea. Cobra 148 seems to think there were multiple Jim Davidson specials.
I thought you were going to say multiple Jim Davidsons. I'm like, Christ almighty, don't threaten me with a bad time. Dear Lord. But yeah, that is...
Well.
Again, it's sort of all... Again, first person I saw in a panto was Jim, so it's all thematic. It's all tying in a terrifying way.
Yeah.
Is this poster. So we get to the smaller names on it now.
Oh, yeah. Now we've got a bit of small print on the right, haven't we?
Mossley's own Jeanette Richmond. So Mossley's obviously a part of Manchester, isn't it? I believe. Mm-hmm. I mean, you're the Lancastrian. You should know better.
Richmond, yeah, I've spelt it right. No, I found nothing about her. Oh, hang on. She's a singer.
No. Stand by, listeners. It's very important to us.
Jeanette Richmond is Judy Garland, the Judy Garland experience.
She's not.
She is. According to this picture of her on Facebook.
She's Judy Garland.
Yeah.
All right. I guess when she died, she just thought no one was using it anymore.
Personal management, Norman Collier Associates. There she is on some TV show. It's not a promotional picture, just somebody snapped off the telly. Singing the trolley song, Jeanette Richmond. So she's a local singer and personality.
Bang 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 on the trolley. Yeah.
So yeah, a Judy Garland act.
Look, see that picture of her, like the. It looks like she's on some sort of TV. It looks very 80s Ellie set, doesn't it?
Oh, hang on. She was on 2 episodes of Stars in Their Eyes. Let's look into that.
Yeah, of course, that looks like the Stars in Their Eyes set, yeah. Thank you for the comments. I'm Jeanette Richmond. I impersonated Judy on Stars in Their Eyes in 91. I love being on the show as a trained opera singer. So Judy was difficult to impersonate as I'm also a soprano. I'm so delighted that so many of you enjoyed my impersonation of her. She was marvellous. Well, there you go.
Isn't that nice?
That's nice. And again, it's that sort of just the cusp at the start of the if it had been a year later, it would have been Stars in Their Eyes, Jeanette Richmond or whatever.
Yeah.
Because it starts in 90, I think. So it wasn't a thing as much at this point. But I tell you what, next up, Paul Hendy as Buttons.
Not the Paul Hendy.
I know it. I know he is.
I know who Paul Hendy is.
I know him off of the Disney Club initially.
Yep. Was that before this? Was he already on that, or was this panto before his career started?
No, it would have been very, very early on. But yeah, I think Disney Club was very late 80s, 88, 89.
Yeah.
With Stan Boardman's lass, of course, Andrea.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, he was in all. He did quite a bit of stuff in the 90s, didn't he? He took over from John Leslie as host of Wheel of Fortune. I don't know why John Leslie stepped down.
I can't remember.
No, I can't remember. And the Saturday night show, Don't Try This at Home with Davina McCall. God, I'd forgotten about that as well. Later replaced by Love Rat Darren Day. And he hosted the unaired pilot of the UK game show The Chair, which was eventually hosted by number one tennis player John McEnroe. I do remember that.
Do you?
I do remember that. But what I know he does now, he's more of a writer now.
Right.
And he's done that play. I don't know if you've heard. There's a play where it's Tommy Cooper, Eric Morecambe, and Bob Monkhouse in a dressing room, sort of talking about their lives and stuff. And
right.
I think it's in the West End now. And yeah, he wrote that.
Oh, no way.
Yeah.
Well, good for him.
Tim Whitnell
Yeah.
is a big writer these days of like plays and stuff. And obviously, he was from this sort of CITV era.
Yeah,
he was
Angelo.
one of the Angelos in Michelangelo.
One of the Angelos.
Yeah, he wrote the Kenny Everett thing, didn't he? The Kenny Everett biopic. BBC Four showed, I believe. That's where they're all coming from now. That's where they're all coming from.
That's marvellous.
Children's TV. I'm guessing the next one will be Count Duckula. He'll have a serious play out about. I don't know. I don't know who Anne Duval is. I couldn't find anything for her, but I'm sure they did very well. A fairy godmother, big part. So, you know. And Vic Collier sounds like the most sort of 1960s ATV star kind of name, but I'm going to guess has something to do with Norman.
Brother, maybe? Son?
No, the broker's man. So, probably.
I'm on Jimmy Cricket's website now.
Oh.
You know, everything comes back to that. Johnny Casson enjoys his own memories of Norman Collier. And he reading about. So why have I got
Johnny Casson enjoys his memories.
posts? This is Jimmy Cricket's website. Posts tagged Vic Collier, and the only reference to Vic Collier on this entire page is that what I've just said. Posts tagged Vic Collier. Johnny Casson enjoying his own memories of Norman Collier. He's a picture of Johnny Casson possibly reading a book about Norman Collier.
I kind of like that. I kind of like that if you're going to devote yourself to something, really read up on it.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, dear. And then we've got the Colin Cattle Orchestra.
Oh.
Again, I love that. It's a solid name. I don't know if they... Do you know if they did anything?
Anything
In general?
Anything ever.
You think Colin Cattle would stand out, wouldn't you?
I'm looking at the Dallas Boys on Facebook. Does anybody remember Colin Cattle? Bass player, managing director for the Boys in the late 70s, early 80s, Yorkshire lad. So I don't know what that's. Did the Dallas Boys got something to do with the Colin Cattle Orchestra? I don't really know.
I don't know. I just keep getting this song called Colin's Cattle, which is not helpful. But again, this is sort of the idea of this show. We're going to look up things as we go and find out to tell you things. We're not just going to make stuff up or we're going to look things up. We're going to tell you our own anecdotes and bits and bobs. But, you know, it's nice to look these things up, save you a job. And if you want to do it while you're listening as well, that's fine. And if you know about any of these things that we don't know, please do let us know in the comments below, wherever this may be. But yeah, Colin Cattle feels like it should be a bigger name. You know, it should be a name which is jumping out more. Because, I mean, this is 19... If this is 90... This is the sort of baggy, truly exploding, sort of the tail end of rave culture and that sort of thing, that sort of going mainstream and what have you. And it feels like, you know, you can imagine Chris Quinten coming out and doing Step On, you know, with slightly different lyrics to be about Cinderella. Step in to the coach, you know, that's what, you know, I imagine that's what they were doing. They were trying to stay hip because that's what they do now. I believe they like go, we'll reword some of the modern pop songs.
But that's what they always did back then, yeah.
about.
And talking of those modern pop songs, the only reference I've found for Colin Cattle so far is as the composer for Peter Duncan's Cinderella from 2021.
Right.
Which features Pete.
Well, that proves he's still going.
Which features Peter Duncan as Billy Eyelash.
You know.
That's Billy Eyelash. But no, that is all we can. I mean, the Colin Cattle Orchestra. That's all we can rustle up. I'm afraid. Rustle, cattle, rustle.
Cussle. It's good. That. Yeah, it's good. And then we've always got one like this, the Noreen Dickinson Juveniles, which will be like dancers and stuff, won't it? And it always sounds wrong, but not for their reason. But apparently Noreen Dickinson was the founder of the Noreen Dickinson School of Dance, and died
not
in
Noreen
2014.
Oh.
I'm sorry. I mean, I see my juveniles are still going.
They'll be seniors by now.
Apparently, lots of lovely memories of her dancing, doing the dancing and stuff. And again, I think unless you have been to sort of dance school, you can't quite understand quite that whole world. It does feel a little bit alien.
This feels like you're leading up to telling me you've been to dance school. Christ,
no. I mean, not with my series of crimes. No, sadly not. But that was in Staley Bridge. I don't know if it's still there. It might still be there. Yes, it is. Looks like it's still there. Noreen Dickinson School of Dance, Staley Bridge.
Staley Bridge. With its Staley Bridge.
I mean, the page that I'm on has shown a bit of street view, and it appears to just be someone's house. But that's all right. You can do that.
You can do things from your house.
I am now, currently, talking to you. Although we've probably talked a bit too much. I mean, the fact that we've got... This is how much we love a Panto post. This is how much we've got out of it. This one image with like 5 or 6 names on it. But it would be good. If you are involved with this, like say you are David Lee, this is their fall spectacular pantomime, please get in touch. Or you work for Tameside Metropolitan Borough Council, get in touch. Because this is not a mocking thing. We love this stuff. This is hugely of great fun to us.
No. We would never consider mocking these posts. Maybe occasionally.
I mean, let's be honest. Some of these
hateful comes up.
Some of these are going to have nonsense on. Let's be honest. We will probably mock them.
But otherwise, we're just fascinated, intrigued. And we're thrilled to read all this stuff about these extraordinary documents of history.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, this is a nice one to start with, I think, because it was suggested by our friend Nina Buckley, Bookers on social media, who found this, and a perfect beginning because it's right slap bang at between the schools, shall we say, Because when we get to the 90s, we're going to have a lot of gladiators. If you do have a Panto post that you'd like us to look at, please do. Again, comment below or wherever.
We put out a call for these on social media earlier before we started this and found ourselves deluged by Panto posts. So people love them as much as we do.
Yeah.
So if you do, please... Tell your friends.
Tell your friends again. Because there's other things about Alf and no one's interested in that. So we're going down another niche rabbit hole instead. We're still going to do Alf, don't worry. If you are an Alf listener, we will be continuing our studies of Gordon Shumway. But
this is purely a side project.
I like to imagine eventually this will become the main project. And we'll be doing talks. We'll be invited to them... that comedy museum in Blackpool, that.
Oh yeah.
And we'll get all the celebrity pals there. So Phil Fletcher, that's it. That's fine.
And others.
You could. You met Sid Little. You could get him.
I met Sid Little. Yeah. So he'll come back.
Yeah.
But no, I'm thinking the ultimate goal of this is for us to actually be in Panto.
Is it? Yeah. I mean, you at least were in a popular act briefly. You could have...
The Bandits Boys as Alderman something with them.
Alderman and older woman. Hey! Jokes and humour there. On Pantosplaining. So please, if you enjoyed this, let us know. And if you've got a post you'd like us to look at, please do get in touch. And until next time, we are behind you. No, I'm not gonna do that. I have been Ben Baker.
I've been John Matthews.
And we are Pantosplainers.
Hooray!
We'll work out an ending later.